I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. This week in the Rough Draft Diaries, we're talking to an artist named Rayan Mustafa. Now, when she was nominated, I was told that she was a younger artist, but when I met her, she didn't look that young. I have to ask how old you are. You look actually a lot older than how old you actually are. So how old are you?
I'm 14, but I do get that a lot.
You do get that a lot? Okay.
Yeah.
I get the opposite. People say I look 14 when I'm not. But Rayan came to the studio with her older, very supportive brother, who may make an appearance towards the end of the story. But for now, this episode is about Rayan, her artwork, and her website. So you're 14 now, but how old were you when you started creating artwork?
I started when I was about 11 years old, but I've always, even in young elementary school, I've always loved doing art and stuff. And I started doing that after my sister she showed me that way, even though she doesn't do it anymore, but she still showed me how to love it. So
And what kind of artwork do you make?
Well, I was first attracted to spray paint.
Really?
Yeah, so, and I still love doing it. The first piece, it was actually, I'm not trying to be bragging or whatever, but it was actually pretty good. After I made it, my dad hung it up on the wall. That kind of made me proud, so.
Nice. So do you make other forms of artwork outside of spray paint?
I do sketching, drawing. I do digital art and acrylic. Yeah. And
where do you find the inspiration or even the motivation to create the work that you do?
So as growing up, as a Muslim and wearing the hijab, I do get maybe some. I play soccer, so maybe some girls on my team won't talk to me or think I'm kind of weird. So sometimes I get kind of angry or kind of confused or annoyed or whatever, and I just usually just channel that into my art and just share it that way. And I just think, okay, maybe you know what, I'm gonna be better than them and just take the high road and not care what they think and just prove them in my skills.
So you created your own website to prove your skills. It's the place that you display and you sell your own artwork. It's called Evoke. And well, first, why did you name it Evoke?
Well, to be honest, it was more of it sounded cool, but
I like that.
So yeah, but.
And you mentioned that eventually you want Evoke to be a platform for other young artists, not just for your own artwork.
That was at first. I just wanted to sell my artwork and share it, but then I'm other people would want a chance too. Why is it only me? So then I decided that maybe I can help other people too.
Was it difficult to think about starting your own platform and your own brand and creating it on your own?
It's it's kind of all right, so in this society, it's very difficult to have a young person to do something, to have something passionate about something, because usually they just say, oh, it's just a phase, they'll grow out of it, whatever. But I know that if I'm passionate about something, I'm gonna stick with it, so I'll keep doing it. So if someone buys my art, I just I'm not trying to prove them wrong, but it's motivation for myself.
Do you find that a lot, that people talk down to you because you're young? Almost they're oh, it's so cute that you do artwork.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. It's not in my family. My family, thankfully, they're very supportive. But once I step outside the house, it's just okay, why are you telling me this right now? They're always oh, it's okay. You're oh, it's okay. You like art. Maybe it's just a class project. No, I do this on my free time. But it's not my free time. It's more of my work time, because it's
I'm trying to think of when I was 14 and what I was doing, and it's not remotely as cool or as adventurous as what you're doing right now. So I'm curious to know, do you have any other hobbies or passions?
My family.
Your family, yeah?
Yeah, they're everything to me. They're basically why I do everything in my life. So I guess that's one of my biggest passions, is my family.
That's not.
About what?
All right, well, okay.
She's being restrictive about herself right now, from my perspective. I'm her older brother.
Okay. I kind of guessed that. I was probably the older brother who's kind of helping out here.
Okay. So I own another company called Velos. It's a soccer company, and it's like, so like right now I'm starting like something like a shin guard that is supposed to help displacement, and I took that off of my love for soccer.
Okay, we gotta backtrack here. You have another company called, what is it called?
Velos.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys partnering together on this? You seem like...
I'm
he's my head mentor.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it all started with my brother right here. He was always like the inventor in the house, and then we all like are like super inspired by him. So we just started to make a bunch of things, and yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I just got a crazy idea. I'm gonna pause the recording for a minute, and then we'll come back. I know it's kind of an awkward way to wrap up this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries, but you'll just have to trust me. For this next episode, we're going to stick with the Mustafa family, and you'll simply have to tune in to find out where I'm going. For now, I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries.